FaZe clan, after not quite being able to match the ferocity of G2, has a new opponent in Rogue. Rogue playing for the first time today and out here in the lower bracket, wanting to find a way through, or second time today, excuse me. This is how we started the day. It's been a long day at Chiefs, but we got 2 more matches. They're both going to be bangers.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of potential here. You know, there's still some questions about Gyro. You know, it's good to see him getting more involved in the offense, but they're absolutely right to say you got to start hitting your spots, especially when you're playing against FaZe, because even if FaZe was kind of struggling a little bit earlier against G2, they're not a team that you can afford to give extra chances and not convert the ones that they give you.
We'll see Rogue in the blue, FaZe in the orange, a best of 7. The loser goes home. The winner survives to play on Sunday. AJ in the corner. Pass to Rocco. Takes the ball. He's got first killer in the midfield. He goes for the pass. First killer gets it past him. Not going to be able to get the double tap, though. Open goal. Typical's not going to miss. 1-0 FaZe.
Yeah, nice, easy start here for FaZe. They get over the head of Gyro, and Aqua, I mean, no chance to catch it with how hard it smashed off the backboard there. Just need your third man to actually get a piece of the ball. Unfortunately, not coming through that time.
Quick work here from FaZe in the first 30 seconds. Looking to see if they can finish it on kickoff here. Great demolition, an open goal to Rocco off the post. Has the shot, or the save rather, and now down the rest of the field, Rogue looking their first stop on offense. Aqua wins the challenge. Has to wave dashes to keep speed behind the ball. He's out of boost, but will rotate through the FaZe half. Picks him up on the way out. Rogue going to the corner, first killer. Falling down on behind this ball, Aqua's got it. Keeping the ball high in the corners. Both teams happy to play altitude ball. His first killer now down off the side wall. Here's Taroko. Aqua calls him off. Oh, complete miscommunication. Wow. And FaZe scores a second goal.
FaZe literally just threw this ball into the corner again and again and again and again. And then eventually, yeah, Taroko and Aqua kind of get tangled up right on the exit of the net there, and just nobody went for it.
The rare 0 commit. Neither player went for the ball. They both just slam on their brakes and look at it. And then the damage was done. 2-0 FaZe. This Rogue's defense struggling here in the beginning of game 1. Aqua now with an opportunity up against AJ. AJ takes to the sky. Flipping off the ceiling. Did not hold on to it. Aqua under 1 and behind 2. Good. They'll get a pinch in, and Aqua gets Rogue on the board.
This is a great fake first under Typical. I mean, he definitely looked like he's powering it through and then just dives the nose down. It's so quick to make it all the way back to the floor. Even first killer thought he was going to have time to take that one away before Aqua got there for the ground pinch. What a play to get him back into it.
Rogue now on the board. Winning some challenges in the following kickoff, but the third man will scoop it up, and Typical just slams it into the corner. I think he got 3 touches on this, back to a 2-goal lead.
Yes, indeed. Strong one towards him. Always difficult. There's 1, 2, and let's make sure it gets in there just enough to muscle it through. I think Rogue was going to ungoal it either way, but Typical doing it all there.
It was like 1 touch, 2 touch, 3, 4, 5, 17. Just bounce a whole bunch in the corner. And it goes all the way in. First killer now. Look, putting more pressure on him. FaZe controlling this game. Oh, what a drop. I think Typical had rotated, expecting it on the other post, so they won't get a goal out of it. But still, Aqua setting up Gyro, looking for the taps. Typical takes it away from the wall, but Gyro's following him man-to-man, looking for the bumps on him, take him off the ball, leave Taroko with space, but first killer now on second touch. Look at that challenge. All the way back down the field. Aqua will extend it over the front line of FaZe's offense. But Typical to drop it in once more. Oh, it's saved by Gyro off the crossbar. What a save.
Typical's firing him on target here in game 1. Absolutely stretching that Rogue defense to the limit here. He had a couple of great shots earlier against G2, but where we were questioning was really the challenge game, but that has not really been the struggle here in game 1 at all, as AJ decides to pull the string on Aqua, return the favor.
Watch this. Vaulted in the air, gets the reset, doesn't use it, strands Aqua in the sky, pinches it on the ground, and Gyro just barely is not there. The game of pixels goes to FaZe yet again. 4-1 here in game 1.
I'm surprised that there's still, half a game.
There's half a game left to go.
5 goals already, and it kind of feels like, well, you can't really count Rogue out. 3 goals in 2 minutes, definitely manageable. It's really more of a question of, do they get their hands on the ball? They really haven't had a lot of possession here in game 1. Kind of been struggling to find a way through FaZe Clan's defense, but that is going to do it. Aqua just takes it away from first killer. He says, thank you very much, and I'm going to score again.
Aqua is single-handedly keeping Rogue in this game, wins the double, and then gets the tap off the wall with the soft side of the car. Nice touch.
Juicy. I mean, dude's juicy. Dude's firing on all cylinders. Who needs Toroko or Gyro? Who cares about that? Just have Aqua go win the game for you.
He's currently doing very well. Here was at 3 shots, 2 goals. Only 4 shots from Rogue right now. For context, there's 8 from FaZe Clan. Gyro gets it above. First killer now. Back to midfield. Toroko turns this around and flips on the wall. I think calling himself off the ball. It's typical now. Looking to see if he can use first killer's upfield presence to dismantle the defense, but you would have to just sit and wait for them to come to him. It wasn't going to work, so he fails on the play. And FaZe go back to midfield. Coming around. Here's AJ tapping it down to the box. Oh, so close. Typical. Made him sweat there and goal. All the way back down to Aqua. Through 1. Gyro's up for it. Does not make contact. AJ out of the corner.
I was wondering if that one was going to find its way through. I'm not sure Rogue's really got the fire. Wait. I'm an idiot. Just stop talking. They absolutely have enough to go get it done.
Bro, look at this flip from Toroko. Let's just keep the ball in the box here, please. Thank you very much. And Gyro comes in, puts it under. Nice placement from Gyro. The defense had the middle line covered. He puts it straight at the defender, knowing he's going to jump. And now only a 1-goal game, Chiefs.
This is wild. I mean, first killer was actually doing so much good work there for FaZe, trying to limit Rogue's opportunities on offense and getting a little questionable here on defense with some missed touches, but a minute left, 1 goal, way to work back into a manageable spot.
Aqua to the outside. Interesting series of ricochets. Gives Aqua back the ball here. This first killer takes it off of him. Toroko running low on boost, having to dash just to get back. And then Gyro getting up high. AJ to stop here in the midfield. Uses all of his boost just to stall it out, but he gives it to first killer. Now first killer past 1, underneath 2, up against Aqua. To the outside. Typical. Through the corner, holding on to control. 19 seconds left. Rogue trailing by 1, has to get down the field and score. Aqua out of this box to the wall. Aqua scored 2 of the 3 goals. He's out of boost. Connects with Gyro on the backward. Open goal. He doesn't tap it. He misses. 5 seconds left. Do they get another chance? AJ's keeping the ball high. The clock has expired. Aqua sends it to a dead corner. He's not able to keep it up. It touches. The opportunity was right in front of him, and they tripped on the way out of the kitchen.
Oh, man. And I looked at Gyro right after that game ended. He put his hand up to his head. He's like, I can't believe I couldn't get that double tap. That's tough. I mean, he was going pretty much top speed. It needed to be perfect if he wanted to hit it. It was not an easy one to hit, but the chance was absolutely there.
Yeah.
Unlucky for Aqua as well. Not able to wave dash and catch that one at 0 seconds to give another look at it. But FaZe Clan, the huge early lead is just enough, apparently. You didn't think they were going to have to try that hard. Rogue absolutely brought it back.
Yeah, they stave off the upset. They're able to hold them back just enough to cross the finish line first there. But yeah, I mean, it's a hard shot for him to hit there at the end, but you know, Gyro's like, that's the best opportunity you're going to get against FaZe Clan at 0 seconds. So you have an empty net to shoot at there. He knows he needed to hit that one. So he's going to have to shake off the mental there and a reset here for game 2.
Yeah, tough one. But you can also be satisfied, even if it comes out with a loss. The fact that you can sit there and be like, okay, we definitely had a chance to come back. It's not like we're going to just sit here for 4 games and get smashed by FaZe. You know you're hanging with them.
I'm not gonna lie, with the way that game started, Chiefs, I thought we might be about it for that. It's like, oh boy, we're about to watch FaZe just bamboozle Rogue for 4 games. But no, Rogue made a ball game out of it. Let's see if they can find a lead in this one. An early goal would really help as AJ rolls across and back around. That was FaZe scored first in every game except for the last one against G2. Statistically, scoring first, very advantageous to winning games. Gyro falls back here in his corner.
Oh, man. You know, I gotta say, really enjoying First Killer's presence, but Aqua, huge stop on AJ, had a lot to pick from, and Aqua picks the right spot. But First Killer, the pressure that man is putting on Rogue right now, tough to handle. They're doing a great job doing it, but he's getting in there, getting the boost steals, putting the pressure with the physicality, even if it's not materializing in bumps and demos. He's making a move.
Stroke off the back wall, connects with Aqua. And Gyro gets harassed on his way out, still manages to get a touch on the backboard and nearly gets the double tap despite significant FaZe presence in net. Taroko and Aqua tangled up on top of each other. Typical trying to connect here with AJ. He didn't have an open now, but one defender. Gyro was going to have to play perfect reaction ball. Luckily, AJ misses the touch. Now, First Killer going across straight to Gyro. He nearly fed it straight into him. And Typical now wrapping it back around. Trying to get through to a demolition on a Gyro. Open up some space, but can FaZe get the ball going the right direction?
Ooh. I don't know what you do with that. I think First Killer mishit that. I think he was trying to line up Typical, and he just caught it. It's so strong.
On the outside, Gyro. Through two. Typical here keeps it low. Goes straight to Aqua. First Killer will reach for it. The last man back. He's at midfield. Important stop there. 2:55 left to go at this point. We thought FaZe had won the game in game one. No goals here in game two, Chiefs.
Very, very passive for both teams. No one really able to sit there and take an air dribble and try and make something happen. Kind of just playing this, you know, I want to get rid of the ball because everyone is having to use so much boost to even go and challenge. It's so tough to continue and be willing to take that risk with not a lot in the tank. But that boost steal and that demo from First Killer is going to open the door for FaZe to circle right back around.
Gyro tries. Through one. First Killer just sends the shot. That was on target. I don't think anyone in Rogue believed it.
Yeah, he froze Taroko on the net here. It's Typical driving at him. He makes him get out of the way, so he didn't even jump because he knew he was beat, I think. Like, he could have tried, but saw how hard that First Killer hit that, and since he had to drive forward, he pulled himself off the goal line to dodge that demo from Typical, and Typical gave him just enough of a window.
I think this is probably not likely. Do they get another one? They do. 2-0.
Wow.
FaZe on the following kickoff, able to make quick work of the defense, extend the lead.
Great control again. First Killer manipulating the challenge timing against Aqua, and AJ, the proper placement, get all the way around the ball, go to the backside. The defense has to kind of save the obvious shot, which is the most power right into the middle, and well played, AJ.
Now up by 2. 2 minutes left to go. Very middle, like, stalled out game suddenly becomes a FaZe advantage. Now Taroko sending a shot on target. Gyro's going to redirect it in. Look at him go right back, and suddenly the scoring's here.
Tight window here for Rogue, but they deliver. Way to stick with it, Gyro. Taroko, risky pass. You didn't know if Gyro was going to be able to recover after getting bumped, but just enough time to get the job done.
I'm amazed that Gyro stayed on that play and managed to get back up to speed to beat the defender. What amazing car control and understanding the momentum, and then a great save there from Aqua. Savior medal for him here, keeping his team alive. He's had a few really important stops. Those aren't just silly willy-nilly saves. Rogo, not sure what he wants to do, so he'll just let it fall back down to earth.
Wish he had more boost. That's what he's gonna do.
Aw, it's empty. Gyro into the corner.
Oh, wicked pitch. Jeez.
Typical. Look, it's the nice bounce, and Taroko manages to intercept. Now AJ up for it. He's got some boost, but the ball falling down quickly is going to make things difficult. Now back in midfield, First Killer. 2 in front of him. Doesn't make contact on the follow-up. Typical. Nice pinch. Gyro and Taroko out of goal. All 3 Rogue players here in the corner. And Rogue finds themselves in a very similar situation here, except First Killer this time up on offense, looking for the bump. Taroko's grounded. Typical shoots under him and re-extends the lead back to 2.
There's that third player decision-making. He's just waiting to see what First Killer gives him, and Taroko, that's the problem. He has to wait to see how that challenge lines out before he can decide what line he wants to take. Typical's got so much space in front of him, the advantage of position, that he can take a much better line to it, and he ends up beating the defender.
AJ. Through one, Typical now on the outside. Demolitions, open up some space, but 43 seconds left. Rogue does need to find a goal very quickly. Gyro gets demolished, and now bumps on Taroko. This is not good for Rogue. AJ's there, not gonna miss. Make it 3. Put away game number 2.
Who else but First Killer? Driving around, getting demos, and how about a bump on Taroko as well? Make it 2, in fact, to make sure he can't even get up for the second chance to stop AJ. Yeah, keep putting the pressure on him, buddy. You're doing great.
FaZe in control. What does Rogue do? As game 2, more or less a wash. The last 28 seconds, mere protocol.
It was insane, too. I mean, 2 minutes in, we thought it was already over, and then it came down to the wire, and this time, nothing was happening for 2 minutes, and now we're like, okay, this one's definitely done.
Interestingly, like weirdly complementary games. I think for Rogue, the thing I'm noticing that wasn't really present in these last few goals is they will get 1 for the road here, but 3 seconds, 2 goals is going to be basically impossible. If they get the pinch on the kickoff. Get the pinch on the kickoff straight to the goal. I'm going to watch. And then
it doesn't even necessarily need to be that, as long as you can score on your first touch.
We saw a 2-second goal earlier today, and that is not it.
That's not good.
So
enough.
game's over there. Good job. FaZe going to take 2 in a row here. First Killer going to let that one go into the ground. 4 goals both games for FaZe. The thing I'm noticing, and I'm interested if you notice this to Achieve, is it's not just, we saw that 0 commit in game number 1. Right. And then I feel like we saw a few double commits in this game. One of the first goal of this game, it felt like there was a chance that Aqua on the wall called Taroko off of that goal, which is why Taroko doesn't jump to try and block on that first goal where you were saying that you thought Taroko could have made it up. I think there's just a communication issue through and through on Rogue right now.
That's possible. There very well could be, because we're walking through the Rogue defenders on a couple of times. Like I spent, I think it was Aqua I was driving around and watching him while he was playing defense. Like there were some situations where he's kind of driving in net and kind of checking around, be like, okay, is my teammate there? And like the literal swivel of the camera to look behind him while he's driving that way, and then back onto the ball cam. And it's like, okay, you can imagine that, if your communication is going well, that you don't really need to do that because you would be aware. So that's entirely possible that there is a little bit of a breakdown somewhere in communication, or just not quite understanding where somebody is exactly at a certain time. And I'm not going to say that it's the double commits that are definitely hampering them, and it's allowing FaZe to rotate back through. I really do feel like FaZe are making a lot of good plays, but miscommunication and comms is certainly not helping. That's for sure.
Yeah, and that's what I think has led us to a series that that could have felt even. That is, even though Rogue has always kind of kept the score close, it is not felt like they actually really have.
They're not driving the boat. Yeah.
Yeah. So FaZe here definitely in control. I think that there's a good chance though that given the choice to take a timeout here after the second loss, not wait till you're on match point, let Corrupted G do his work. There's a chance we see a very different Rogue. This is a problem they could solve in a timeout like this. So I'm excited to see what they look like here in game 3. But just for some fun other things, FaZe currently undefeated on the season in a series where they win game 1. They are 19-0. So that does not spell well for Rogue.
That's fun. I didn't even know we tracked that.
Direct tracks a lot of crazy cool stuff.
I believe it. This dude's genius.
Game 3 underway. Let's get into it here. FaZe in the orange, Aqua and Rogue in the blue here.
And you got good tools. Like, it's not like, I think game 2 kind of just got out of hand right there at the end. Because again, most of that game, the Rogue's keeping pace with FaZe. But you're absolutely right. It really is just, in terms of who's managing and pressing and making the opposition react to what they're doing, it's certainly FaZe who are in the driver's seat here. And it's all about how do you regain control. And I am curious to see that if communication is the big thing that they focused on, and that may very well be the key.
It'll be hard to deduce, but I'm excited to watch them play either way.
Okay.
There's AJ off the ceiling. Aqua with the back pass. First Killer's covering it up though. And the rest of FaZe crowded the midfield line. Very aggressive positioning.
It might be in.
First Killer will drop it. He will drop it indeed for goal number 1. FaZe keeps the scoring streak going.
crazy float there. Aqua was thinking Typical's just trying to muscle that ball, you know, up the wall, or was maybe hoping to get his own little tip back into the middle. Either way, no contact. And it's Typical who gets the strong float across the field, and the only one ready for it's First Killer.
Here's Typical. Challenge goes neutral. Aqua comes over the back, on the backboard.
Oh, gosh.
First Killer gets many touches just to get the ball back down. Now gyro to the sky. He's got an awkward angle to try and pull off to get this going in the right direction. He's just going laterally across the field, but a one challenge from Aqua on the follow-up. We'll put it into the FaZe back third. Now gyro on the ground, going to keep it low. First Killer reads the challenge.
He's got this.
Now flip reset. Where's the goal? Aqua's there, but here comes Typical. Open, not open, but a very undefended net. Players loose and recovering. He puts it off the crossbar.
Big punt there, but again, oh, we might score that.
Oh, he drops it in. Typical open backboard. This time he doesn't miss 2-0.
Picking that apart. What a launch from First Killer. Just a big punch off the top of the car, and Typical, it wasn't about hitting it hard. It was about making sure it got under that crossbar. He had no boost, and so he's just making sure it got there. If they saved it, so be it.
And you get a second one. My goodness, FaZe.
Oh, maybe
having
another.
A highlight. Here comes Typical looking for another one. Just places it well. Gyro makes the cover up this time. First Killer puts it back into the corner. Taroko out. Get it back to Gyro. Aqua plays it off the woodwork. Get away from the snap, but Typical trying to put the fakes on him. That's not a good sign.
Typical got faked more by Rogue just missing the ball right there. He was kind of like, I have to make a touch. I was ready to go for demos.
Oh, Gyro frozen here as AJ denies him the ability to control the ball. Now Typical and First Killer both up for it. Difficult to read, but Taroko gets it away, and Gyro's looking for control here. Does he get challenged? Drops it back to Taroko. They gave him space. Now into the FaZe back third. First Killer off the wall. Gyro's got it red. Back to midfield, though. Typical trying to take control. Misses the bounce. At halftime, FaZe up by 2 in the series, up by 2 in the game, looking for match point. Aqua looking for the breaks, hits the ball with the fake, and puts in the first goal of game 3.
Ooh, juicy one again for Aqua. The guy just gets defenders all tongue-tied. First Killer's thinking he's going to come at this so hard. Aqua's like, oh, you jumped way too early. I'm just going to keep driving. And then Typical, there's no way he's going to be able to get enough speed to stop it.
And Rogue, I feel like I've said this so many times, Achieves, keeping us close.
They don't
in
go
the ball
away.
game, within the hunt, yet to have the lead.
I'm just consistently in awe of what's going on with all these young kids and joining rosters, and they're just absolute masterminds of this game. It's absolutely bonkers.
It's crazy. We've been playing the exact same game for 5 years, and yet it's still so amazing.
Does he do
the way
it
they
again?
find ways to
Yes,
reuse the box, and Aqua he's gonna win the game by himself, bro. It's Aqua versus FaZe. No. If he hesitates on the flip reset, or if he doesn't get the flip reset, Typical's challenge good, but he gets the flip reset and instantly uses it, just moving it to the side laterally just enough. But here comes AJ onto the backboard. It's a bit high. Taroko's there. Typical beats him, and Gyro can't make it happen. Just like that, FaZe is back on top. Goes to Gyro. There's Taroko. Tries to take this high. Now AJ. Oh, back to Typical. Bounce in the middle. AJ now. Around the edge, Gyro. Oh, Taroko dumps it into the box. First Killer. Sends it along, Typical. Upfield now looking for bumps. His First Killer goes underneath one. Is running it in by himself. Taroko's there. AJ not in position. A little bit too far upfield to deal with the bounce. 52 seconds left. Rogue for the third game in a row, trailing by 1 in the final minute. They cannot afford another goal going in. And Gyro through. Sypical in the back will have the first touch. As long as he doesn't miss it, should be fine. He gets one and now two. Back to first killer. FaZe working this one back out of their half despite a threatening Rogue presence. AJ will put it in from the corner. AJ all by himself. Let's see, first killer here with the flip reset again. My goodness, FaZe in the passing game. They get so creative and pushes it all the way through. 31 seconds left, now trailing by 2. Rogue is definitely in a very, very rough situation here. And the communication issues we discussed earlier, nothing apparent here in terms of double commits or not being in this, or zero commits, not being in the same place here. And another one's going to go in here. This one is not looking good. Going to be up by 3 in the game and in the series. What does Rogue do? How do they bounce back? This Rogue needs to take the last 17 seconds of this game and the timeout they've already used and have to use the break in between games to really recalibrate their sense of approach here. I think the demo game is an option we haven't seen them flexing into. It's something that FaZe, I think, also has a lot of practice with. It was something that genuinely helped, though, against their match, or that helped G2 win against FaZe here. As game 3, another 4-goal affair for FaZe. Make it 5 at the end. The 2 there from Rogue. We have lost Achieves for the moment, chat. We'll be bringing them back. I hope you guys all are keeping each other company and loving on each other on this fine Saturday. Got crazy announcements coming tomorrow. Who knows what Gibbs is talking about? I'm excited for it, but man, FaZe Clan here is absolutely dumpstering this series. A total of 13 goals to 7. They have scored nearly twice as many in the 3 games. So we will see. It is me. Hello, there was a Chiefs. Now I have the Octane butt with me. This is going to be a very long uphill battle. Rogue is faced with the impossible task, the task that has been achieved very, very few times of reverse sweeping in a best of 7 to stay alive in this series. This has been a good run for Rogue across this yesterday and today, but this is as hard as it could possibly be. You win this, you get another chance to win, to another chance to stay alive. You lose one, you're done. So we will see how things go. I see a face again. You left me.
I fixed it.
Here we are.
Sorry, you did great. You're making great points. Long road back for Rogue. Gibbs is doing weird stuff on the desk. It's all true.
Stop drinking water. That's weird. Here we are. Game 4. Is it the sweep? Or do Rogue bounce back and win game 4?
Ooh.
Which usually, in a 5-game series, game 4 will be the one that the losing team wins. And that is not a good start. Okay, Aqua gets back in time. Now, so did you you were dealing with things, but the game did get out of hand at the end of game 3 there. Did you catch anything from Rogue here? Any thoughts about what they need to do to adjust?
You know, I guess the only thing I can say is get wrecked.
Just get wrecked. Best player in the world coming at you.
That play developed at just the right time. There's the bump from first killer. Aqua's the one rotating back. He expects to have a little more time to get there. First killer's gonna put a perfect one on net. So what do you want Rogue to do? How are you supposed to say stop getting outplayed? Because that's what's happening.
Just stop losing. First killer off the corner. Holding on control, went for the flip reset, used it. High player. Joust rule's going to go in Rogue's favor on that one, but here's Taroko with an opportunity. Up and Gyro as well. AJ collapses across the field on the momentary hesitation from Rogue, and now AJ beating another player onto the backboard to drop, and Gyro makes the cover, but the rest of FaZe prowling in front of the box. First killer in the corner. And to get it out, typical to AJ. Wow, blocked by Taroko again. The goal line saves. Wonderful from Rogue. If the rest of the field was matching it, this would be a significantly different series.
I mean, that really is your only saving grace. I mean, Rogue has been playing pretty great defense, but they just have not had all the tools going at the exact same time like FaZe has right now. That's a great pass, and it's right in the gap. I mean, typical just cuts him up here on the push through. I mean, he's right through Taroko. He's got all this space, and Aqua's even thinking, like, I know I can't fully commit to this challenge because that allows too much space for the pass into the middle. He even cuts a little shallow to even have a chance of saving it, and he still can't do it.
Such a difficult situation as he's falling back, realizing that the further back into the corner, the more options he's giving FaZe to make the play. Aqua now off the ceiling, typical. Getting the back out gyros there, trailing by 2 once more. Aqua has been the light in the darkness for Rogue. But even his brilliance has not been enough. Roko and Gyro going to need to support him. They're going to have to get busy on the offense.
Well, good chance here. It's really just been, how do you get around that really annoying red octane named First Killer? I would think. I cannot think of a more annoying player they've had to play against in this whole series than that guy. He's absolutely lighting them up. And I hate to say that it's just been First Killer, because it hasn't been. But it's just every time something's gone horribly wrong for Rogue, it's been because of that guy.
It's something he's doing, absolutely. The challenge game has been, oh my gosh, First Killer just got 2, he's got a double, he's got a collateral. He got 2 demolitions in a row. As AJ through the sky, soft touch the outside, but Gyro will get there. The amount of challenges that we're seeing, that I'm expecting Rogue to at least make contact, send the ball in an awkward direction where they are straight missing.
There we go.
Oh, First Killer he reaches into the net and pulls it back out. AJ and Typical pinch it back in front of the goal. Oh my gosh.
And another just absolute muscle of a challenge. And even with Aqua winning it cleanly, he gets bumped off the ball, and so he's a second late to stop Typical from saving it. Oh, man.
First Killer through 1. Man, you're not wrong about First Killer, though. That's a nice pass. That's a goal.
There we go. Okay.
Finally get FaZe to kind of bunch up on the side. You can shoot the gap on the other way.
They chipped AJ on the way through the net, so even First Killer can't stop everything. He does need a little help, and they took the help away. A lot of space opened up on the other end. It's a great awareness pass from Aqua. Don't try and force it near post. Just dish it across where it's nice and easy.
Here's AJ through the sky. Back to a 1-goal game. Underneath 1. Aqua in the corner. Over the top is Typical. First Killer will try to hold on to control while going to the corner. Taroko takes it off of him, but AJ's there, hovering behind, waiting for his opportunity. Now 2 players there. Aqua covers up the flip reset and the fake. Well positioned, but Typical just trying to hold on. Gives it to First Killer and back to upper 90. Back to a 2-goal lead.
He's really manipulating the defense here as he takes this one up the corner. And Gyro, he just landed off the backboard, and he doesn't have boost, so he can't even go out and really fight Typical for that ball. And Typical, well aware of how much space he had, just made sure to make the perfect touch.
Through 2, AJ on the following kickoff. 1:18 left to go. Aqua yet to score his quota of 2 bangers per game. We could see it happen. Gyro here looking for a tap.
As that just in?
Over the back line. Aqua will get there. And now past 1. 2 players in front of him. He's got a bump coming in from Gyro. Gyro doesn't quite get there. He still gets the dunk on it. There's the first one. Back to 1 goal.
He's just going to go 1v3 FaZe. So much space as well. I mean, surprising to see the complete left and center of the pitch wide open. It had to be a boost problem for FaZe somewhere. They must have had to go deep back. And Aqua turned it into a great goal.
All right. Final minute. Trailing by 1. Every game. Can Rogue do it this time? Gyro with a great stop to keep their hopes alive. Just feed Aqua the ball. FaZe is like, we know the strategy. Let's take the ball to our backboard and keep it away from Aqua as far as we possibly can.
Brilliant. That's some criminal math. Oh, they're going to score.
He didn't even make it to the ball there. AJ reaches over his shoulder and puts a nail in the coffin.
I think Aqua thought he had time. I think he wanted this little, he was rotating that car to his left so he could get this nice lead forward back the other way to try and cover a lot of distance quickly with a nice transition touch. And he just didn't get as aggressive on that ball as he thought he needed to be. So AJ just jumped over his shoulder and said, thank you very much. We'll put the game away.
FaZe has scored at least 4 games every game this series.
Make it 5?
Excited to see the final goal. Let's make it 5. Let's make it 5. It was 5-2 in game 3. It's 5-2 right now with 14 seconds left. They're gonna sweep them. Can they pad the stats?
We are big fans of stat padding here. That's how you hit milestones.
Exactly.
That's how you break records.
Records never come when it's team 1 versus team 2. The mismatches are where the big stats come from. Final 10 seconds. Can they get one more on the board? AJ's going to try. Ak will deny. Says, you will not continue to disrespect me. The clock has expired. It's into the ground. The final tally, 18-9. 18-9. Exactly 2 goals for every one that Rogue scored there. FaZe, what a sweep.